the United States presidential elections. It's that time of the year when everyone has a serious case of election fever, and the only cure is found after the election date.
And then the disease lingers around for about another 4 years and then shows up on time for the next election.
So, without further ado, let's talk about the US presidential elections. It's been a great year with great candidates. In summary, we have 3 highly qualified candidates. We have Bernie Sanders, Jill Stein, and wishful thinking.
Because none of them are actually in the running.
Instead, we have Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton.
Good people, man. Good people.
Wait a sec, I think Gary Johnson's actually in the running. Oh right, and Jill Stein as well.
But the media won't give her the time of day because, she's crazy. She's less likely to be bought out, wants to reduce student debt, and wants to improve green technology. Crazy people. Am I right?
So, moving on. In first place, we have Hillary Clinton, who has had more policy flip-flops than all the previous presidents combined. She also had this thing with leaked emails, and Benghazi. Oh, and apparently she got sick and died. Where do I get this from, you may ask? Well...
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sandra Bookman.
And I'm Joe Torres. We begin with the breaking news about Hillary Clinton's death.
In my defense, it was on the internet, so you know it must be true.
Wait, I'm on the internet, but I'm a reliable source, right?
In second place, we have the runner-up, Donald J. Trump.
Sorry, it's just funny.
That's what their new campaign slogan should be. Just sorry. It was funny.
It's like a joke gone way too far.
Donald Trump is apparently the new voice of logic and reason. He is Islamophobic, xenophobic, blackophobic, Mexicophobic, haircutophobic, suffers from joint pain called bildawalinitis, and worst of all suffers from small hand syndrome.
I may have made most of these up, but look them up. They're real.
Oh, and there was also that sexual harassment or sexual assault and thousands of lawsuits, but whatever. Those were when he was a young man, like 60. That was like a few years ago. It doesn't really count. He's also a reality TV star, he's rich,
or so we have been told,
and he does know how to manipulate the media. In addition to this comparative analysis, Hillary Clinton has been and still will be pro-bombing many countries in the Middle East.
That's not very nice. No wonder it's so hot there.
Donald Trump is also for bombing more countries in the Middle East.
Man, great time to be alive, isn't it?
But in order to one-up Hillary, he also wants to kill families of suspected terrorists. Well, Trump said it better.
We see that
The
happening
other
in
thing
the
is with the terrorists, you have to take out their families. When you get these terrorists, you have to take out their families.
Killing innocent women and children? Pfft, whatever, man. You have an election to win. Go for it.
That was sarcasm, by the way. Please don't do it.
There's at least one tiny small problem with that. And it's not your hands.
That targeting civilians is against the Geneva Conventions. It is against federal, military, and international law to target civilians.
Illegal.
Legal schmeagle. This is Donald Trump you're talking to. You think he cares?
You can't beat Donald Trump with facts. In his opinions are facts. Unfortunately, this election is no longer about choosing the best person for the job, but is rather about choosing the lesser evil.
How did it even come to this?
Dear America, you really dropped the ball on this one. I know there's a lot of people out there who are trying to prevent this from happening,
But I guess the system is gonna win again.
and if you're wondering who I'm voting for this November, well, I'm Canadian, so my vote doesn't even matter.
Or so I've been told.
Honestly, thank God I'm Canadian. Meet Canada's Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau. One of the worst insults his rivals could throw at him during the elections was this.
He has some growing up to do.
Justin Trudeau. He's just not ready.
Is Justin ready?
He's just not ready.
That is the politest, most Canadian insult ever. Afterwards, they apologized.
Wait, that might not be true.
But it's Canada, so chances are. And speaking of scandals, what was the biggest scandal that came to light about Mr. Trudeau? Allow me to introduce you to this little party trick. And no, it's not roofies.
Yeah, we're not too proud of that moment, yeah.
He also had a few violent episodes in his past. That time he punched a rival in the face during a boxing match for charity.
Like the most Canadian fight ever.
Oh, and I wonder what this Prime Minister thinks about Canadians of different cultural, ethnic, and religious backgrounds.
A Canadian is a Canadian is a Canadian.
Have faith in your fellow citizens, my friends, and they know in their heart of hearts that a Canadian is a Canadian is a Canadian.
Yeah, that's Canada's Prime Minister. And whether you voted for Mr. Trudeau or not, whether you agree with his policies or not, at the end of the day, we can all agree that it could have been a lot worse. So, people of the United States of America, please get this election right. We are your next door neighbors up north. Canada. You remember us, right? The cold place, polar bears? No? Alaska?
Why do I even try?
And whatever happens to you affects us as well. By the way, is Cape Breton still open for US refugees who are trying to escape Trump?
We got your backs.
Dear respected presidential candidates, you can learn a thing or two from Canada. For example, hockey is awesome, poutine is amazing, maple syrup is life, and respect for human beings. Oh, and before I end, it is now time for the stars of this video, because without you, this video would not have been possible.
Starring
Donald Trump as Peter Littlefinger Baelish. Hillary Clinton presenting Tupac Shakur, Snoop Dogg, and Suge Knight. Gary Johnson as Magic Johnson. Jill Stein as Tinkerbell, because she cares about things. And brought to you by that Muslim guy. Wait, who the hell's that guy? Whatever, who cares? And remember, vote. If this video gives you a stroke, diarrhea, constipation, internal bleeding, or any abdominal discomfort, ask your doctor if racism is right for you. Ignorance sold separately, logic not included.
She's less likely to be pod out? Well, pot out. No? Okay. Hockey is awesome, poutine's amazing. What was the third one? What? We have Bill Sanders. Bill Sanders? Who the hell is Bill Sanders? The disease kind of lingers around for another 4 hours. 4 years. What's the difference between Putin and poutine? Like, why can't we agree on one pronunciation? Canadians, always polite with their moose. Okay, eyebrows looking good. Let's get this over with.